Hello Gerard, thank you for making us shoot videos for this. You know the camera adds 10 pounds, so I love being on film. But you want a discussion, or I guess a demonstration of 3 basic plumbing tools. So first one we're going to start with is the tape measure. Probably the most common plumbing tool. You're going to be taking measurements every day. I mean, pretty self-explanatory at this point. You got your centimeters on the bottom, you got your inches and feet on the top. The lines measure down to a 1/16 of an inch. So if you're looking at your 2-inch mark, there's 1/16, 2/8, 3/16, a quarter. Not much more I think needs to be said on a tape measure, but a critically important tool that we will use every day. And we're going to actually use it for the demonstration of the next 2 tools, which are going to be a ladder and a tubing cutter. So, as for ladder safety, we have an extension ladder here. We're at my brother's house. For example, we're going to try and get access to this roof. It's just a add-on porch. There is a full bathroom, or not a full bathroom, but a bathroom with a toilet and a sink in here. I'd say we need to get access to the vent coming out of the roof of this porch. We would need to maybe get on top of it, so we're going to set up an extension ladder. So with the extension ladder, first thing we want to do is know how high we're going up. I'm going to slide out the measuring tape. I'll hook it on there. I'm going to bring it down to this first step. And I'll put it in like 102 inches. And then because we've got these steps in the way, measure my steps, 207 inches. And then about 2 inches from this step to where it meets the driveway concrete. That gets us out to 118. 5 by 12. It's just a little under like 10 feet. So we're going to say that we're going up 10 feet here. Our extension ladder, we need to know that, because in order for the base to be stable, we need to set up the bottom at a 4:1 ratio with the height. So 10 foot up, about 2.5 feet out where the ladder is actually touching. So yeah. If the line going up, comes down to about that first brick. So all I'm going to do is pull this out, go to about 2.5. Really, it's just go right here. So, now we're going to set up our extension ladder. Okay. So, part 2 extension ladder safety. We have our extension ladder here. I'm using the method that I've normally used in the past to erect it. You can see that the ladder is completely closed, that the feet are rested up against, if this was just a straight shot up, it would be the wall, but for our purposes, we're using this step. I've also talked to my sister-in-law and her kids, who are the only people inside the building right now, and they know that I'm going to be out here doing this. So nobody's going to be coming through that door. Normally you wouldn't want to really set up a ladder in front of a door, but this is the best shooting location I have. So they know not to come through there. They don't use that door very often anyway. It's not a very good door, but... So, with our feet of our ladder firmly braced, we pick up the top rung. walk her up. One at a time. Until we're erect. Then, with extension ladders, you want them extended out at least 3 feet above the point of contact. I've measured this on this. 3 feet is just about 3 rungs. So we're not quite there. So we're going to pull our crawl locks here. Make sure to lock them in. That's 3 feet up. Down, like I said, we measured 2.5 feet out. That's where we're touching. Really basically come out to this. Simple enough. We've now erected an extension ladder. Now we're going to talk about climbing safety. So I'm going to take you over here. Alright, so climbing safety on an extension ladder. First huge thing is your crawl locks. You want to make sure that they're actually seated. So that's what's going to allow, you know, your upward and downward motion. Pull this up. Pull your locks out. Go up a little higher. Make sure they seat. Close your ladder. But for our purposes, we want them right there. That gives us our maybe up just to be safe. There we go. That gives us our 3-foot extension once we're up at the roof. And then as for climbing, you always want to maintain 3 points of contact. So I'm climbing the ladder. I always want 2 hands, 1 foot, or 1 foot, 2 hands on the rungs at all times. So I'm moving a foot, and the other foot, and then a hand. And as for ladder stability, you can see you want to keep your body center with the ladder. You don't want to be leaning out to the side. I guess you don't want to be leaning out to the side or stuff like that. So, yeah. Okay, so just as important as knowing how to erect an extension ladder, we're going to de-erect it now. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull it up, keep it vertical, lift the fly section and pull the powell lock back, bring the fly section down, bring the fly section down until it's in the bed section, and we're going to put it down the same way we put it up. Let gravity do the work. Holding it. Oh, now she's good to go away. Alright. For our final tool, we are going to talk about tubing cutters. So, tubing cutters consist of a thumb wheel, rollers, and a cutting wheel. Though it's not actually cutting, it's just compressing through the pipe. You can check most of them. They have a size, so you can see this is 1/8 tubing to 1 1/8 tubing. We're going to open that up by twisting our thumb wheel. And then we have some copper tubing. So first things first, say we were making a repair to a plumbing system. We had to cut out a section of plumbing or a section of tubing and replace it. And we need to cut a replacement piece. We are going back, in order to do that, to our tape measure. So let's say we want a 1 foot piece of tubing. We're going to take our tape measure, put it on there, find our 1 foot mark. And it's kind of hard to show for the camera without a bench, but oh shit. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to make a mark just beyond the 1 foot mark. Right there. And we have our mark right there. We're going to take our tubing cutter, we're going to tighten it up. Trying to show this the best I can here. I like to line my mark up with the wheel, and obviously that wheel is a little sharp, so you don't want to stick your fingers in there. Yeah, so once I have that tubing wheel in there, I'm going to, oh God, set my cutting wheel and then tighten my rollers. Jesus. There we go. So, you can see my rollers, my tubing sitting in it, my cutting wheels on my mark. Then we're going to go around. And once that starts to feel easy, we give her a little twist. A little twist. A little twist. Boom. Now we've cut our pipe. Nice square cut. A little bit of a burr there. Tubing cutter comes with a reamer. And all we're going to do is we're just going to ream that out. And then we ream out the other end. And then we were making a repair, we'd have a brush, we'd brush these out, use a brace of cloth to clean the ends before we flux them and put a fitting on them. So yeah, that's a tubing cutter. 3 tools: ladder, tubing cutter, measuring tape, common plumbing tools.